Twitter. Epstein. It's all the time. And it's fascinating when it's going to come out, but it's like the Festo in Nashville. You will never see Epstein Island. Set the timer because there's too many people on both sides of this that were on the flight log. We've seen the flight log. That doesn't mean much because these people run in circles. If you could use Epstein's plane, you knew the guy, you're in New York City, you call him. Doesn't mean you went to the island, right? And you could have gone to the island, conceivably, and you didn't know. But they had videotapes when the FBI kicked the doors in, and they let the attorneys come, Epstein's attorneys, and take them. So this thing, there's too many people involved that are of substance. So we're never seeing the Epstein tapes. And I think Giselle Maxwell isn't going to say a word because she chooses life. She's not going to come out. Now, she may throw out like a Trump and say, well, Trump was friends with Jeffy. They were best buddies. And just to allude to something, because she wants to get to prison, she's going to have to play the game here. So it comes up all the time. Nothing will happen. J6 footage, I guess we're going to see. I understood it was released. I haven't seen anything popping off of substance on J6 footage.
Nothing.
I've seen the same stuff in different formats. It's no different. J6 footage, committee hearings. So you're not going to see Epstein Island. You're not going to see the J6 footage. You're not going to see the studies from Schmeiser about this thing. You're never going to see it. So we can keep asking. The government we pay for says no. The FBI's got it. They will just say it's for national security. We can't release it. What do you think? I yield my time.
You know, if you think back, September 11th, we had flight logs for the Saudi Arabian pilots within days. We knew their name, their addresses, their kids' names. We knew their wife's birthmarks instantly. We know what they want us to know. If you think back to the Las Vegas pew pew incident, I've been to Vegas a few times. There are more cameras in Vegas than any other place in the world, as far as I know of. For them not to have any imagery of whatever happened there, and it's funny, it was a Jason Aldean concert. He came full circle. But I agree. I don't think you'll ever see this. I really don't think you'll ever see the flight logs or the real flight logs, the real ones. It's odd, but we all know there's certain names that are floating around, and they're probably only going to confirm the ones that don't fit the narrative. And that'll probably come out right around the same time as we start up this Iowa caucus or some of these other primaries. That's what I think. And I think Ghislaine Maxwell is as safe as the gold in Fort Knox because of what she knows or who she has told certain things. Now, they dumped on, what was his name? Prince Andrew, the royal pain in the butt. They dumped on him. He's kind of the sacrificial lamb. But nobody in the United States has been charged. They jumped all over.
Nothing changed for Andrew. I mean, nothing happened. He had an interview, looked stupid.
Yeah.
He went on his way eating frog guam, playing cricket. Nothing happened.
Yep. Yeah. Nothing's going to happen. And anybody that believes that is crazy. I mean, if you are delusional enough to think something's going to happen, then you are exactly who the news is targeting and who the news relies on for viewing, period. If you follow this, Fox News, CNN, PMSNBC, DNC, they're your people. They are your people because you're not doing your own research or you're just gullible. I think there's no other word for it other than gullible. And I yield my time.
Well, let's put a nail in it. Why can't they show us the information? Why can't they show us the list? They've got troves of information. It's real simple. It's like the J6 footage. They say, well, there's human assets in there. There's thousands of footage with big crowds of people. You couldn't pick that out unless you knew who the human asset was. So they'll just make up stuff, and eventually people they don't do anything. They don't go to their local representative, state, federal, nothing in demand it. If there was enough of demand, now on Twitter, you'll have something like people get outraged about Gaza and about something to do with that. They're outraged. They live in Missouri. They're blowing up about it. They don't worry about what their own government's doing because they're getting led down a path like a carrot in front of a horse.